Everybody has goals that they want to achieve. Some people achieve those goals, other people do not achieve those goals. Some people don't even get close. What's the difference between the people that do achieve their goals and crush all of them and the people who just can't keep a goal or anything really when it comes to setting a goal?
You know that we coming liars. I'ma keep praying to Gaia. Tell those little niggas stop it. Tell my mama that I got this. You know that we coming liars.
What's going on, guys? It's Pimp Fried Rice. Welcome to the Music into Millions podcast, the show where we give independent rappers the tools and resources needed to be successful without waiting on a record label. Depending on when you watch this, it's either the day before New Year's Eve or it is after New Year's Eve. It's after New Year's, actually. And so it's a brand new year. You know that means everybody is into writing their goal list, into figuring out what they're going to be doing this year. So this is when people are really thinking, okay, how can I achieve my goals? And before we get into the video, guys, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Join the Music into Millions family. I'd love to have you a part of it. And if you want a chance to be shouted out on the channel, take a screenshot of this video, share it to Instagram or Facebook, and tag me in it for a chance to be shouted out on Friday's video. Alright, so I want to talk about goal setting today and the importance of setting the goal that's going to make actually achieving the goal so much easier. A lot of people just focus on the end result. They focus on the weight they want to lose or the money that they want to gain or whatever it is that the goal is they're going for, instead of focusing on actually how to set that goal in order to make it easier for them to achieve it. Now, I actually got what I'm going to teach you guys today from someone named Brian Tracy, who I've read a bunch of his books. He is a success coach. He's somebody who teaches success, goal setting, mindset, business type of stuff. He's very into the business world, success, and really just accomplishing everything that you can. And so I learned this from him, and I wanted to give it back to you guys because it is really great information when it comes to setting goals. And the method that he uses is what he calls his SMART method. And SMART is an acronym, and each one of the letters stand for something that has to do with what you should be thinking of when you're achieving these goals. So the first letter in SMART is S, which stands for specific. Whenever you're coming up with goals, you need to be as specific as possible. You don't want to just be like, oh, my goal is to get rich this year, or my goal is to get a shit ton of streams, because that is not a specific goal. And the less specific your goal is, the less likely you are to want to actually achieve it. If you put a physical number behind this, like you say, I want to make $10,000 per month off of this music, that right there is a concrete, solid, realistic number that when you look at it, you can now backtrack from there and say, okay, I know if I want to make $10,000, I need to be making $2,000 over here. I need to be making $4,000 over here. I need to make, another $3,000 over here. And you can kind of backpedal from that $10,000 and just work from there. As opposed to if you're just saying, I want to get rich or I want to get more money, you kind of don't really know where to go. You don't have a clear roadmap on how to get to a number that's not defined. So first off, be specific with your goals. The more clearly you can picture something, the more likely you are to chase that goal and to try and achieve it. Don't just say, I want a fancy car. Picture the actual car that you want, like the brand, the model, the make. Is it a 1.8 or a 1.4 liter thing? I actually don't know a lot of car stuff. I'm just throwing out random terms that I heard the other day. Because me and Sadie were fixing her car and I had to go to AutoZone like 8 fucking times. That's a side point though. Next, after you guys make specific goals, remember it's got to be specific. You need that goal to be measurable, which is M. Measurable goals basically just means that you need to be able to see your progress all along the way. And that's why you need that goal to be specific, because if you're not specific, you can't measure how well you're doing getting to that goal. Like I said, if your goal is to get 10,000 streams per month or 100,000 streams per month, you need to look at the progress. Okay, I say this week I only made 1,500 streams. Well, obviously, if I want to get to this massive goal of 100,000, I'm going to need to do something that's going to boost my streams for the rest of this month. But when you're specific with it, you then can measure the goal. And you want to measure the little steps along the way. Think about it. When parents are raising their kids, a lot of times they'll have them stand up next to a door jamb and they'll mark their height as they get older and as they get bigger. And so you can see the progress of that kid's growth every single year. You need to be doing that with your goals throughout the year, throughout the month, throughout the weeks and days even. You want to do this all the time. You want to look at, okay, how much more progress did I make on the goal? How much closer did I get to reaching whatever that specific goal is that you set? Make your goals measurable, make them specific. The A, you need to make your goals achievable. Now, don't hear me wrong, guys. I'm not saying make your goals easy, and I'm not saying don't even make your goals easily achievable. What I'm saying is make them achievable, which means make that possible. So don't make your goal like, I want to sprout wings and fly, because that's not a goal, that is a dream and a wish. And who would not want to sprout wings and fly? Because trust me, if that was possible, it would be on my goal list. That one's pretty self-explanatory though. Just make your goal something that's actually possible. It doesn't mean that it's not going to be hard. It doesn't mean that it's not going to take you years to get to that progress or to get to that point. I mean, just set something that's achievable. Achievable can be, I want to be a billionaire. Achievable can be, I want to be the greatest rapper in the world. You just have to know that you're going to work your ass off to get to that point. Achievable doesn't mean easily achievable. Just keep that in mind. The R is relevant. You want to make a goal that is going to be in your head all day long, something that you're thinking about constantly. And that helps when your goals are relevant to you, relevant to your situation, and to things that you want to accomplish, obviously. So if your goals have to do with your rap career, something that's going to be relevant to that is stuff that has to do with boosting your stream numbers, stuff that has to do with maybe you have a goal of talking to 5 new fans every single day. The more relevant your goals are, the easier it is to achieve them. So what I do is I actually take a board and I put it right where I'm going to see it every single day, and I write all my goals down. And then I actually just started doing this is I started naming each year, give each year kind of like a title, because when you do, it's going to make it seem more big and more relevant to you and everything like that. But yeah, like this year I called it the year of massive expansion, which is going to be my 2021, because I plan on doing some huge growing with me as an artist, with this YouTube channel, with a whole bunch of other things. So like I said, if you're not subscribed, you're going to be missing out. So make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. But yeah, write your goals down where you're going to see them every single day. Put it on sticky notes on your wall, hang it on your mirror, write it in your journal, tattoo it on your forehead, whatever the fuck you got to do that's going to make you think about these goals every single day. That's the key. Keep them relevant. And the last thing that you need to do when you're coming up with your SMART goals is you need to have them time bound. You need to put a deadline on your goals. Otherwise, you're not going to be as motivated to get them done. If you just say, I want to lose weight, you're not going to be as motivated as someone who says, I want to lose weight by January 31st. And they set a specific date and they're like, I want to lose 7 pounds by January 31st. Now they know they have to hustle their ass off until that time happens, until that deadline. Otherwise, they're not going to achieve their goal. You need to have a deadline. Otherwise, you're kind of just letting it up to chance that you're going to work on it. Because when you don't have that urgency, when you don't have that need to like get moving behind you, a lot of times we're just going to push it to the side. Like, it's okay, I'll get to it later. I'll do it after I'm done this easy stuff. No. Put the hard stuff first. That's a whole nother lesson. That's actually something I learned from Brian Tracy too. It's called Eat the Frog. Do your hardest task of the day first. That way everything else that you have to do for the rest of the day is easy. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to go super deep into that topic. That's literally, if you want to read the book, it's like 70 pages. Go buy it. It's called Eat That Frog by Brian Tracy. Phenomenal book about procrastination. Put a deadline on your goals. Make sure they're time bound. That way you know when to accomplish them by. And guys, if you don't reach that deadline, that's perfectly fine. That doesn't mean you failed. Just adjust the deadline. You can always push a deadline back. You know what I mean? That doesn't mean you failed just because, say you wanted to lose, 50 pounds by the end of the year. If you only lost 45 pounds, just extend that deadline another month. That's okay. It's okay to extend a deadline. Just make sure that you have one. And that is Brian Tracy's SMART goals, and that's how he plans goals, and I also use that myself. But there's one other thing that I add to mine when I'm coming up with my goals that helps me to really make it concrete in my mind and make me want to achieve it, and that's adding my why to it. When you write your why behind each goal, it makes it so much more concrete in your heart, because it's like not only do you know what you want to achieve, you know why you want to achieve it. You have the reason in your soul about what you're trying to do. So for example, if I'm trying to make $10,000 per month off of music, my why behind that would be so I have financial freedom, so I don't have to worry about the bills that I have to pay, so I can spend more time with my girlfriend, with my family, with my friends, so I can, invest back into my music and stuff like that. But by putting a why behind each one of your goals, it's going to make them so much easier to achieve. Let me know in the comments, guys, what is a goal you have in 2021? Something that you are going to crush. Let me know your why behind it. I want to see some SMART goals, guys, some specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time-bound goals. Also throw your why on there. And guys, if you really want to crush it in 2021, I have a 2021 banger kit, which includes my goal setting guide as well as 50 of my favorite beats and a bunch of other stuff. Check it out down below. You won't be disappointed. It'll be the best way to get your year started. Catch you guys in 2021. Peace.